he might need an offensive line. It's weird. After he was Heisman candidate, running for his life for a couple of years.
Are we ready?
Yeah, you ready to rock and roll?
Okay. So, are you guys ready?
All right.
Give me knuckles first here. Good. All right. Well, hello, everybody. This is, hi, everybody. We're here to relax a little bit. We have duck therapy coming up. We're starting the 2024 year, and that's a pretty exciting time. It's our new youth, I can't even say it, but YouTube channel. Can you say it, Mark? YouTube
channel, Duck Therapy.
Duck Therapy. And I'm on the couch with Frank, that's me, Jeff, and Mark, and they're going to introduce themselves in just a bit here. But we've talked ducks, for years, right? Years of talked ducks. But we've never had it in this manner where you can listen in, get into our cluttered brains, and help us kind of work through the season, the ups and downs, all over the place. It's going to be fun. It's a new year. We've got new times. We've got a new quarterback, Gabriel. We've got a new league, Big Ten. And coming from the Pac-12 to the Big Ten, it's going to be an interesting year that way. And a new playoff structure, 12 teams. And is there going to be a undefeated champ this year? Maybe? I would know. Okay. But anyway, we'd love to have you like, subscribe, and also make comments. Okay, so when you hear these things, you listen to us and you go, oh, I don't agree with that, or that's wonderful, that these guys are cool, or this guy, I was going to say I was single, but I better not say that. But anyway, what am I trying to say? I'm really messed up now. Anyway, okay, let's get back to the thing. Okay, now let me tell you.
Any comments, positive, neutral, negative, send them our way.
There you go.
We'll respond the best we can.
I like it. So, Jeff, Mark, and all the people that's listening right now, remember this instant, being that it will never be the same as before. What did you say to me a little while ago? You don't look in the rearview mirror?
There's a reason why the windshield's bigger than the rearview mirror.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. So we're looking forward on this. We're never going to be the same. There's going to be no more of this BCS stuff going on. Well, now I just heard something from him a little earlier that might be some BCS stuff going on behind the scenes. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. You can stay tuned for that in another broadcast. But anyway, we are on the cusp. We are the people that are on the cusp of the new generation, and we're going to learn from all your other YouTubers, and we're going to do this YouTube channel. We don't know where it's going to go, but if you want us to continue on, like, subscribe, make comments, and that'd be great. But let's introduce ourselves here. Mark, tell us a little about you.
Well, I'm a business owner, and I have been a duck fan ever since I've been in diapers. I have been through the good, the bad, and the ugly with the ducks. And this year, I'm really looking forward to.
You're saying you poop green?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I drank the Kool-Aid.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm Jeff. I'm a truck driver. I was actually a beaver before a duck, so don't get too worried. The Beavs just didn't offer me a scholarship, and U did. It was a merit one, so my junior year in high school, that's when I got converted to being a duck. So I'm kind of a platypus, but I'm dedicated to the ducks.
And we like Jeff. And he plays tuba, and I've asked him to play the duck fight song. So maybe sometime, if you really want him to play the duck fight song with his tuba in this YouTube video down the line, write that in there. Just tell it, yes, I want him to play the duck fight song in a tuba.
However, Lanny's got to win the Ohio State game.
We're going to hear more and more about this.
Okay? He's got to win the big game. You got to have some carrot out there, and I'll do it if they can beat Ohio State at Autzen. I'll play the duck fight song on tuba.
Okay, you heard that right
If you
here.
guys want it. If you guys don't want it, it's all good.
Yeah, so you can decide. Let us know in the comments. And like that. Mark used to be in a band called
Count Zero.
Count Zero. He grew up here in Central Oregon, was in a band through Mountain View High School, and then him and Dave, can I mention Dave's name?
You can mention
Dave Turnbull, who coaches at Summit. Anyway, they were in a band called Count Zero, and if you go to YouTube, are you guys on YouTube?
No.
Can't find you guys.
We were before the internet.
Yeah, but can you find it now on YouTube?
I don't think so.
Would you like to see and hear Count Zero? He wore a mullet. If you want to hear Count Zero and you want to see them in action, write that down in there too, so we'll do that. Anyway, I grew up in, I'm a transplant from Los Angeles. Moved up here in 1976, so I've been around a long time. Went through Biola. I went to Biola, but I was a UCLA fan for years. Came up here, found out my last name actually means duck in Polish and Czechoslovakian. So I ended up becoming a duck fan, and I've lived here and raised 3 kids here, and I'm excited to be here with these 2 gentlemen. These guys are way more knowledgeable than me, so I'm a learner. So we want to go on and start this out with 3rd-ranked Oregon Ducks. It's happening. Lanny's 3rd year. Give us some comments.
It's early. It's early, so I'm definitely not one. I'm not a crystal ball reader. I'm more into, what you put into your work, and at the end of the game, look at what happened. So,
what's your problem with Lanny?
Well, I think I'll tell you what. I tell you what. We could go right out of the gate. There's not too many, and I like Lanny.
Yeah,
I do like him. Okay.
Okay.
However, any coach on the planet, okay, that loses to the rival 3 games in a row, it probably doesn't make anybody feel warm and fuzzy. I do like Lanny. In fact, I like him more now because he didn't leave. He didn't pull a Mario Willie stuff, right?
Yeah.
He really likes Eugene, right? I'm being honest. I really do like him.
Yeah.
He recruits awesome. He got an SEC flavor. He brings toughness. Yes. There's nothing but positive. So I think we need to see, the future, what it brings, right? And I think the schedule percolating up to Ohio State, I do think it's the right way to go. He's going to be able to get his rotations out. We all want to know his rotation, right?
Yeah,
this whole portal thing. Yeah, it's not like the old days where we know where that freshman went to high school, and by the time he's a junior, we get to see him either start or at least as a good backup to second half, right? Yeah. We don't have that option now. So we got all this rotation and stuff that we got to learn. Everybody, the audience has to learn, right?
Yeah.
So this is all new conference, NILs, just rolling. Uncle Phil's helping out a little bit.
Yeah. So if you like Lanning, let us know. Just make a note. Hey, I'm pro Lanning. If you're not pro Lanning, give us a reason.
Yeah. I'm pro Lanning.
Yeah, I know you're pro Lanning.
I'm pro Lanning. But when you got the top of the mountain you're looking at, you got to go with it.
He's still got to prove himself, though. He's got to get.
There's only one thing he's got to do. He's just got to win the big game. It's all good.
There you go.
It's all good. And he's got a schedule that'll allow him to do it.
Yeah. So you like Lanning?
Oh, yeah, I like Dan Lanning.
Coach Lanning.
I've liked the way his coaching style is. He's brought toughness. He's brought Oregon into the national talk. But yeah, he needs to win the big game this year, and this is the year to do it.
So are there some key players that he brought?
Well,
what would be some of your key players?
Some of my key players I think that we need to look at. On the defensive side, we have Jamari Caldwell and Jordan Birch, both kind of heading up the defensive line. Jabari Muhammad is transfer, and he is supposed to be an elite shutdown corner, and Jeffrey Bossa will back him up as a linebacker. But on our offensive side, this is kind of where things are going to be happening. Between a Johnny Cornelius and Josh Connolly, they should be able to keep the offensive line intact and keep our quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, upright. Dylan is a transfer from Oklahoma, and right now he's on the Heisman watch. And he has the 3rd best odds in Vegas right now as far as the Heisman goes. But we also have other guys that have come back. Jordan James, Tez Johnson should have a huge year.
Yeah, Tez, we loved him last year.
And then we also have a transfer from Texas A&M, Evan Stewart, who's a wide receiver who had a monster year last year, and we're looking for big things from him this year.
Oklahoma City, I was there in May. It's where Route 66 runs through, and there's a giant milk bottle where I stopped at. And maybe I'll post it. You want me to post that picture on one of these days? If you want me to, write it down in there, okay? Just put, Frank, post your milk bottle picture of Oklahoma City. If you don't care, just tell me you don't care. No, anyway, Jeff, key players. Anybody that stands out to you?
I'm still learning some of the players. Obviously, I'm a Gabriel guy. I mean, whether that kid's a Heisman candidate or not, he's a stud. We lost Bo. Bo goes right in. He's going to start on Sundays, right? So I think there's some people there that they are going to succeed.
Yeah.
And definitely our quarterback, again, getting back to Coach Lanny, recruiting, he brought in somebody that's going to immediately fit with the rest of the stuff he's trying to do. He's doing a great job. I mean, he's the real deal on that.
I feel like you're trying to convince yourself.
No, this is not a convincing thing. October 12th will be convincing.
Okay.
Tell you what, you wake up Sunday, October 13th, and we're celebrating, great. Okay?
What if we're not?
I just got through in July spending 2 full weeks at youth nationals in Ohio. They don't even mention in that territory the Bengals or the Browns. Everything's Buckeye.
Okay.
Buckeye Farms, Buckeye Electric, Buckeye Lumber, Buckeye Grocery Store. So it's the real deal.
Yeah. Did you watch him play last year, Gabriel, at all?
No, I watched Bo.
I know. I didn't watch him either. Did you watch him at all?
I've seen some highlights.
Okay.
That's really,
Got a reputation, though, which is good.
Yeah.
So here we are. We're starting the year. I like what you said. We have no history yet. We just have practices. We've been talking about it. Talking heads everywhere, talking about things, what they think is going to happen. We have one game coming up. It's called the Vandals. They're from Idaho. Tell me a little about what you think about this game, Mark.
Okay, well, the Vandals are ranked 7th in the FCS this year, so they are bringing back a number of players. They finished 9-4 last year, and one of their losses was in the quarterfinals of the championship series. They did lose 4 of their main offensive stars, but they are bringing back 8 defensive starters. So their defense is actually supposed to be one of the best in the FCS. So they also have a new quarterback, Jack Lane. He does have a little bit of hype. He did finish off the season last year with a monster game against Idaho State. He threw for 275 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Wow. Okay.
So the guy can fling it.
Yeah. So you think Ducks are going to squeak by?
No, I think the Ducks are just going to be a little bit too much for Idaho. I really
so.
I'm not even sure how the Vandals have prepared for this week, for the speed of the Ducks and the strength of the Ducks. But I think it'll be a good test for our offense.
It's in Autzen Stadium. It's 4:30 on Saturday. So what do you think is going to happen? Is it just going to be a totally blowout?
What's the point spread?
The point spread is 44.5.
Okay. So, viewers, I'm sure you know Lanny's planted the seed in the Big Ten. When I came back from Ohio, I did not realize I was 45 minutes north, crossing the White River, where there was a big duck. Otherwise, I would have got a photo in front of that big duck.
Yeah, you should have.
So Lanny also brought the duck to the Cornhuskers Media Day, had him sit in the audience. Lanny has got this locker room so jacked up that they will have the spread covered going into the fourth quarter. And whenever they're bringing it back for defense,
oh my word!
I just hope the Vandals don't get hurt too bad. I doubt their quarterback will last the whole game. I appreciate the 9-4, but this is a different level.
Yes, I totally,
and we still got to play those teams, right?
Yeah, we still got to play. We still got to win.
You've got other, teams. Everybody plays a starter game to get the feel for it, to get your rotation down, right?
Yep.
To get the blood flowing, right? To get stats for the next game, right?
Correct.
And in our case, the next game is actually a pretty good game.
Yeah, boy.
So it's another potato eaters, right?
Right.
So the thing is that we're going to go from the Vandals, get some data going, and then almost everybody's projecting Boise to be the 12th seed in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So that game, at least for a half, it could be a game. It could, right? Don't you agree?
Yeah, I totally.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. Well, my daughter was born in Boise, by the way. So we'll talk about that next week. And she actually lives in Idaho now. So. Hi, daughter, grandkids. Anyway, the spread. Okay, Jeff, what's your prediction for the game? What's going to be the spread?
You mean as far as the final score?
Yeah, but the spread between them, yeah.
No, I got Oregon. He might let off the gas a little bit, so let's go 72 Ducks. Okay. And let's go 6. We'll give 2 field goals to the Vandals.
72-6.
They might have a guy that does 70-yard field goals. I don't know.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
We do have a new field goal kicker for the Ducks this year. He's from Oregon State. So what was his name? Atticus something like that. I can't. Yes, Sappington. So we'll get it down.
So the guy actually went from being our little brother. Now he's actually our brother.
He's adopted.
As Cliff Harris would say, he's adopted. Okay, I got it.
Okay, Mark, what do you think?
I think I'm not going to go so wild. I think it's going to be 56-10.
56-10.
I think they may sneak in one touchdown.
Oh my word! So I need to go between these guys because I'm going to say 60-12. There we go. How's that?
You notice how he did field goals and you got a touchdown in the mix?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So the person that's closest, should they get a reward? If what should we do with the person that's got the worst pick? You write down in there what we should do. We've talked about different options, like a pie in the face, or I don't know what other things.
Well, who are we playing? The Vandals, right?
Vandals, yeah.
So whoever loses got to eat 5 pounds of potatoes.
5 pounds.
There you go, right there, right?
Well, I would have a potato with whatever a potato filled with whipped cream. Okay. Anyway, we'll come up with something.
Yeah.
If you got any ideas, please put those in the comments because we want to hear it. And we might actually choose that idea for that. Okay. So we made our predictions. And, man, how about the rest of the year? I mean, I know this is the first game and all that. Where is the Ducks going to end up? Are they going to win the Big Ten?
I am not a crystal ball guy.
Are they going to come close? Are they going to go to the playoffs? Let's just say that. Are they going to go to play? Mark, what do you think?
I definitely think we're going to go to the playoffs.
I did actually going to go to the playoffs too.
I think the game, not trying to look too far forward, but the game October 12th at Autzen against Ohio State, I think that will pretty much set who's going to win the Big 12.
I agree.
Yeah. We're going to talk about other teams, too, and things like that, like Michigan, Ohio State. That's always a good game. And, there's no other games that are going on. But we got the Oregon State game coming up, Boise State. Man, who else? We played UCLA this year?
We play UCLA.
And we played Michigan?
We play Michigan.
Yeah, Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. We play Wisconsin.
And Wisconsin. Is that at Wisconsin?
That's at
What
Wisconsin.
month is that in?
We got our November.
That's late November.
Is that in cold in there?
Yeah.
Our November month, the elements,
Yeah.
so we can all say
Not West Coast.
that it doesn't rain in Autzen Stadium. Let me tell you, Ann Arbor in November,
It snows.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying the Ducks are going to lose against the Wolverines. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we're going to a different part of the nation than what we're used to.
This is pretty exciting, I have to admit.
It is, and it's exciting. It is exciting.
Yeah.
But that's where you can't do all this big prediction and all this stuff, right?
I know.
You have to absorb week to week. It's new frontier, right?
Yeah.
So we got to do it and take it game to game.
One game at a time. Vandals.
1 game at a time.
This one, we'll see it happens. We'll see, and then we'll go from there, from that. This is so cool. And one other thing, we call this Duck Therapy because, man, if we win, we're going to feel good. We're going to go, yeah, this is great. Well, one of the things actually Marc suggested was that we should come up with a recipe, a dish or something we could eat to make us feel good for celebrating, or if we, God forbid, lose a game, which we probably will, because there'll probably be no undefeated national champ.
I do not think.
Do you think there will be?
No.
What do you think the record of the national champ will be?
1 loss.
1 loss.
Oh, just one loss.
One loss, yeah.
I've heard 3 losses for that.
Wow.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
3 losses?
Yeah,
Wow.
No.
that was at the game day this last week. One of the guys said, it was Kirk. Herb, what's his name?
Herb Street?
Yeah, that was good. You guys did have an arm.
Yeah.
Double arm in that.
So this is the deal.
He said he thought there would be a 3-game winner, a national champion.
Okay. Well,
3-game loser, national champion.
Well, I mean, that's possible with the playoff structure. I mean, it is possible, but
this is what I think. I think pre-NIL money, okay, then you might be able to see a team go there with 2 losses. With NIL money, it's have and have-nots. I just got back with the Midwest.
Oh, that's right.
Michigan was happy to see us, right? Ohio State was happy to see us. Yeah. When I went over to watch the Iowa kids shoot and stuff, and Iowa State and Nebraska, Indiana, those guys are not happy that we're bringing over our stuff. Not just the Ducks, but I'm talking about USC,
UCLA.
Yeah, the Huskies. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a have and have not, and I think the haves have got enough money in their locker room. I mean, I think one loss. I mean, I cannot see. So. You're always going to have that road game that you're looking past.
Yeah,
like if you got a real tough game coming up, but then you got a mediocre team on the road before that tough game, and you're trying to keep your locker room focus, right? That could be a little bit of something, but from what I can see with Ohio State's schedule, and that's what I've been studying, right? Big Ten channel, right?
Yeah.
I don't see the big burp. I don't see it too.
Yeah. Okay, well, you got it right here. And in about 3 months, or what is it? 4 months, 3 or 4. We'll know. We'll see what. We'll be looking back, and we'll either be, oh man, we're worn out, or we'll be like,
yeah.
All righty, so that's what we're going to be doing, and we're excited to be here with you. This is a Wednesday today. We're recording this. This is going to go out on the YouTube on our channel, Duck Therapy, soon, and then the game Saturday. We're not going to meet again until Wednesday next week. So we only have like 3 days or 4 days to be online, unless we decide to push it up to Monday. So we're also working on that. But thank you so much for joining us for this time. Duck Therapy and Jeff, Mark, I appreciate you.
Give us feedback.
Yes.
This is the first week. We need feedback.
Yeah,
good, bad, neutral, whatever. Don't matter.
And like, subscribe, and Mike, like they just said, make the comments. And I didn't have to hit this once. Sometimes one of these guys over here talks a long time, so I have to buzz them. All right, see y'all later. Thanks.